This is Catholic Challenge Live on the Living Bread Radio Network. Teams will test their knowledge of the Catholic faith. Join us on this journey as we navigate our way from BC to AD and everything in between. Today's defenders of the faith will take up their shield and sword to compete for prize money for their organization. Are you ready for the challenge? And now here's your host, Michael Roberts.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Catholic Challenge Live. Today we are at Walthers Twin Tavern in North Canton, and we are a part of Spirits and Spirituality of Stark County. And for those of you who are not familiar, Spirits and Spirituality is for young adults in their 20s and 30s that meet once a month and talk about the faith, but also have fun and eat while they're doing it. And so we're here tonight having a lot of fun at Walthers Twin Tavern. So we've got two groups that are competing. They're testing their knowledge of the Catholic faith, and they're also going to help us learn a little bit more about the faith as well. They're also playing for Spirits and Spirituality. So we'll begin our teams. We've got Jessica and Michael Brand. Their team name is The Other Team. Very creative. They are playing against Scott Brand and Spencer Long and their group, The Avengers of Faith. Very good. Not that the other team isn't good. It's good, trust me. But the Avengers of Faith might take the prize on that one. All right. Before we begin, let's find out how to play. Roberta Moyo is with us. She is the Pastoral Associate at St. Anthony All Saints Parish in Canton. She's going to read the rules. Roberta.
In round one, each team will answer 5 questions. Correct answers are worth 10 points each. There is no penalty for incorrect answers. And if all 5 questions are answered correctly, you'll be given a bonus question worth 25 points.
All right, Roberta, thank you. We will begin with the yellow team, also known as the other team, Michael and Jessica Brand. Jessica, you are the team captain. Maybe in life, too. I don't know. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that coming up in just a little bit. But here we go. Round number 1. Question number 1, the Annunciation and the birth of our Lord are meditations from which set of mysteries of the Rosary? Sorrowful, luminous, or joyful?
Joyful.
Correct. Question number 2, which saint was the author of a gospel and also the book of Revelation? St. James, St. John, or St. Timothy?
John.
You got it, John. Question number 3, it's true or false, every Sunday of the year is considered a Little Easter Sunday celebration. True or false?
True.
It is absolutely true. Question number 4, what is the name of the outer garment the priest wears while saying Mass? An alb, a chasuble, or a cincture?
Chasuble.
Correct. Here's question number 5. In what language was the Old Testament originally written? Hebrew, Greek, or Latin? You need an answer, guys?
I'm going to say Hebrew.
Correct. Absolutely. All right, guys, you got all 5 of those right. Let's move on now to the bonus question. Don't get too excited. It is worth 25 points, though, so you can get too excited. All right. In the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 6, Jesus says, when you are praying, do not use meaningless repetition as the Gentiles do. He goes on to say, pray then in this way. And he teaches us which prayer, the Our Father, the Apostles' Creed, or the Hail Mary.
The Our Father.
You got it. And that is a round 1 sweep. So congratulations. 75 points for this first round. All right. On now to the blue team, also known as the Avengers of Faith. You kind of have to say it like that, I think, don't you? Scott Brand and Spencer Long. Scott, you are the team captain. Here we go, guys. Round number 1 starts right now. Question number 1, true or false? The Second Vatican Council advised that we should do away with Gregorian chant at Mass. True or false?
False.
That is false. Question number 2, what was the profession of the apostles Peter and Andrew? Fishermen, carpenters, or traders?
Fishermen.
You got it. Question number 3, which archangel is the patron of travelers and is known for his work for healing the blind? His name means God heals. St. Raphael, St. Christopher, or St. Blaise?
St. Raphael.
You got it. Question number 4. What prophet tried to flee from God when he was asked to preach God's message in Nineveh? Moses, Daniel, or Jonah?
Jonah.
Correct. And here's question number 5. Which pope wrote a collection of talks entitled The Theology of the Body, which focus on God's design for human sexuality? Francis, Benedict XVI, or John Paul II?
John Paul II.
John Paul II, you got it. All right, guys, you got all 5 of those right. On now to the bonus question. There are 3 books in the Old Testament named for women. These are Esther, Judith, and which other one? Deborah, Ruth, or Salome?
Ruth.
You got it, Ruth. And you got all of those right. It is a round 1 sweep. So just like that, we're tied at 75 points. Nice job. All right, we're going to take our first time out of the game. When we come back, we will introduce you to our contestants. Go nowhere. You're listening to Catholic Challenge Live right here on the Living Bread Radio Network.
For more than 25 years, St. Raphael Books and Gifts has been your source for all things Catholic. We offer resources to help you learn and defend the faith. St. Raphael Books and Gifts, a sponsor of Catholic Challenge, online at catholicbook.net.
Since 1919, the Ziegler family has served the community with trusted auto service and name brand products. 20 locations, 97 years, serving others. Ziegler Tire is a proud sponsor of Catholic Challenge. Find out more at ZieglerTire.com.
Welcome back to Catholic Challenge Live right here on the Living Bread Radio Network. Once again, I'm your host, Michael Roberts, and we are live at Walthers Twin Tavern in North Canton. We are a part of Spirits and Spirituality of Stark County. Spirits and Spirituality is a group of young adults in their 20s and 30s from all over Stark County and even beyond. There are some members from other counties that are a part of this that meet once a month and just have some fun and talk about the faith. And so today, we from the Living Bread Radio Network and Catholic Challenge are here to play and also to raise money for Spirits and Spirituality. We've got a great game going so far. The game is tied at 75 points. We want to take a moment now and introduce you to our contestants. We'll begin with the yellow team, also known as the other team, Jessica and Michael Brand. Jessica is the team captain. Jessica, would you please tell us about yourself?
I am a member of Christ the Servant Parish in Canton. I'm a veterinary technician student at Kent State Tuscarawas. I have about a year left. I'm only part-time, so it's taking me a little bit longer. But my partner over here is my husband. We actually met through the Newman Center at Youngstown State University. Oh. And between him and actually his brother, Scott, on the other team, really got me involved in my faith. So
great.
Yeah.
That's really good. Well, let's find out more from Michael. Michael, tell us about yourself, other than the fact that you're married to Jessica.
Yes, she's obviously the better half of the relationship.
How much did she pay you to say that? No.
My name's Michael Brand. I am a CPA working for Stark Metropolitan Housing Authority in downtown Canton. Work with a lot of low-income housing residents and Section 8 residents. I go to Christ the Servant Parish, and she told you our life story as well. So
well, that's good. So there is somebody else playing the game tonight that you're related to. We should mention that. You have the same last name, right?
Yes. You'll hear about him in a few minutes. It's my lovely twin brother, who is currently my arch rival right now.
But just for the next half hour.
It's a never-ending competition.
Oh, I have a feeling. All right, well, let's find out. Scott Brand and Spencer Long, they are playing for the blue team, the Avengers of Faith. Scott, so it's twins, right? You guys are twins?
Yes.
Who's older?
Michael's the older one.
Michael is older. By how long?
1 minute.
Ooh, 1 minute.
I never let him forget it either.
I can imagine. Scott, tell us about you, please.
So again, my name is Scott Brand. I am doing my pastoral internship year over at St. Michael's. So this is my 5th year in seminary formation. So I'm actually studying to be a priest.
Great.
And my hometown is Alliance, Ohio, and grew up there. And yeah, that's about it, I think.
Well, God bless you. Continued success as you continue on the long journey to ordination. Sometimes I'm sure it can be a long journey, but nonetheless, blessings and best wishes to you. Spencer Long is your partner. Spencer, what do we need to know about Spencer Long?
Well, you can hear me, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Well, I go to Mass regularly at St. Joe's Catholic Church in Canton, not Massillon. Currently, I teach the high school religious education class for the parish. I also do a lot of volunteer work with other youth initiatives in that parish. That's just about it.
Well, that's great. No, it's a good thing. And it's good to have young adults that are excited about their faith. And that's one of the things that I admire most about coming to an event like this is seeing young adults that are inspired by their faith. And unfortunately, because I'm categorized with you guys as a young adult, don't let Dan tell you otherwise. But the thing is that we kind of get a bad reputation because there aren't a lot of young adults that are truly inspired and into their faith. And so it's nice to see people that are. So kudos to all of you. I didn't mention that last week during our game, but I should mention that. So it's really heartwarming to see so many people that are on fire with their faith. But all right, back to the game at hand. We have a tied score of 75, and discussions in the Brand house are dependent on this game. So we got to keep moving. We're on now to round number 2. Roberta Moyo is back with us. She is the pastoral associate at St. Anthony All Saints Parish in Canton. She's going to read the rules for round number 2.
In round 2, each team will answer 5 questions. Correct answers are worth 15 points each. There is no penalty for incorrect answers. And if all 5 questions are answered correctly, you'll be given a bonus question worth 25 points.
Thank you, Roberta. And we've got the Indians game on here as well, but don't worry, I'm paying attention to you guys. I don't care about the Indians game, but if you see my head nod over to the other side, that's what I'm doing, just so you know. All right. We will begin with the yellow team, 75 points. Jessica and Michael Brand. Here we go, guys. Round number 2 starts right now. Question number 1, which of the following is not one of the 4 pillars of the church that we recite in the Nicene Creed every Sunday? 1, holy or diverse?
Diverse.
Yeah, that's it. Question number 2, in the Gospel of Mark, Jesus healed the mother-in-law of which apostle? Judas, Peter, or Andrew?
Peter?
You got it, Peter. Question number 3, holy oil is used in the sacraments of baptism, confirmation, and anointing of the sick. With which other sacrament is holy oil used? Penance, ordination, or Eucharist?
Ordination?
Yeah, and God willing, Scott's hands will be anointed with holy oil at his ordination coming up in just a few years. All right, question number 4, true or false? Christians are called to deal with suffering by uniting it to the suffering of Christ. True or false?
True.
It is true. Some days it's the story of my life. Question number 5, in Jewish times, the penalty for adultery was death by what? Stoning, mutilation, or starvation?
Stoning.
Correct, stoning. All right, guys, you got all 5 of those right. On now to the bonus question. Nice job. From the book of Exodus, when the law was given to the children of Israel in the 10 Commandments, what were they told not to worship? Money, their elders, or false gods?
False gods.
You got it, and that is a round 2 sweep. So congratulations, yellow team. 175 points. On now to the blue team, the Avengers of Faith, Scott Brand and Spencer Long. Round number 2 for you guys starts right now. Question number 1, in the sacrament of matrimony, the couple vows to be open to which of the following? Wedding presents, having children, or volunteering at the parish?
Having children.
Or D, all of the above? No, technically having children. Question number 2, the crowning with thorns is a meditation of which set of rosary mysteries? Luminous, glorious, or sorrowful?
Sorrowful.
That is it. Question number 3, it's true or false. We must be free from mortal sin to receive Holy Communion. True or false?
True.
It is absolutely true. Question number 4, which well-known psalm of David contains the line, "He maketh me to lie down in green pastures"? Psalm 10, 23, or 140? Need an answer, guys?
140.
No, the correct answer, 23. The Lord is my shepherd, Psalm 23. Question number 5, which saint was a Carmelite nun whose title includes the Little Flower? Saint Therese of Lisieux, Saint Lucy, or Saint Lily?
St. Therese of Lisieux.
You got it. All right, at the end of round number 2, you guys have 135 points. So it's 175 to 135 as we move into round number 3. But before we do, we want to pause and thank our sponsors for providing all of the prize money here for our game today. We say special thanks to Ziegler Tire and St. Raphael Books and Gifts. Their support provides all of the prize money and in turn goes to support spirits and spirituality here in Stark County where we are playing today at Walthers Twin Tavern. All right, on now to round number 3. We'll welcome back Roberta Moyo from St. Anthony All Saints Parish in Canton. She'll read the rules for round number 3.
In round 3, each team will answer 5 questions. Correct answers are worth 20 points each. There is no penalty for incorrect answers. And if all 5 questions are answered correctly, you'll be given a bonus question worth 25 points.
Roberta, thank you. We will begin with the other team, the yellow team, Jessica and Michael Brand. Here we go, guys. Round number 3 starts right now. Question number 1, it's true or false. Sunday is also known as the Lord's Day. True or false?
True.
It is very true. Question number 2, the 10 Commandments were written by the finger of God and given to Moses. On what material were the commandments written? Tree bark, parchment paper, or tablets of stone?
Tablets of stone.
Or stone tablets. Very good. Question number 3. It wasn't that funny, but thanks. I appreciate it.
The little things in life.
I guess so. Jesus used these short stories based on familiar life experiences to teach spiritual lessons, especially to those who accepted him as the Messiah. These stories resemble fables. Are they allegories, poems, or parables?
Parables.
You got it. Question number 4, the word evangelist comes from the Latin evangelium, which means gospel or good news. Writers of what documents were called evangelists? Old Testament, encyclicals, or New Testament?
New Testament.
You got it. Question number 5 from the Acts of the Apostles. Toward which city was Saul traveling when he encountered the light from heaven and was knocked off his horse? Damascus, Jerusalem, or Nineveh?
Damascus.
It is correct.
Now that one was funny.
Our judge had a few too many here. And incidentally, our judge is sober as a judge, so we can't even blame it on the alcohol. All right. All right, that sound means you got all of those right. We move on now to the bonus question. Here we go, guys. How many Hail Marys are said when we pray one rosary? 25, 50, or 53?
53.
53 it is, and that is a round 3 sweep. Nice job, guys. 300 points is your score. Over now to the Avengers of Faith on the blue team. Their score is 135. They're hoping to add to that. Scott Brand and Spencer Long. Here we go, guys. Round number 3 starts right now. Question number 1, true or false? Nazareth was the city where Jesus could not perform miracles because of the people's lack of faith in him. True or false?
True.
That is true. Question number 2, what is it called when people consider pleasure as the supreme end or goal in life? Socialism, hedonism, or autism?
Hedonism.
You got it. Question number 3, according to the Gospel of John, to whom did Jesus first appear after his resurrection? John, Peter, or Mary Magdalene?
Mary Magdalene.
Correct. Question number 4, from the song we sing during Advent, fill in the blank, O come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive what? Israel, hostages, or prisoners?
I hope not hostages. Israel.
I can't imagine singing ransom captive hostages. Question number 5, which son did Jacob love more than all the others? Joseph, David, or Solomon? Need an answer, guys?
David.
No, the correct answer there is Joseph. He loved Joseph more than all the others. All right. Not to worry, you guys have 215 points. The yellow team in the lead, though, with 300. So it's 300 to 215. We're going to take another break. When we come back, it's our final round of play, known as the Challenge Round. Stay with us. You're listening to Catholic Challenge Live right here on the Living Bread Radio Network.
The Living Bread Radio Network is on YouTube. It's yet another way to hear our quality local programs any time of day on any device. Just head to YouTube, search for the Living Bread Radio Network, and click the subscribe button.
The Living Bread Radio app is perfect for those times when you are away from the listening area. Just search Living Bread Radio at Google Play or the iTunes Store. It's totally free and has lots of great features. Proclaiming the truth with the Living Bread Radio app.
And welcome back to Catholic Challenge Live right here on the Living Bread Radio Network. We are live at Walthers Twin Tavern in North Canton. It's our final round of play, playing with some great folks from the Spirits and Spirituality group of Stark County, young adults in their 20s and 30s that gather on a monthly basis and talk about the faith and gather together for some great fellowship. It's time now for the challenge round, and so we will find out how to play now. Roberta Moyo is back up. She is the pastoral associate at St. Anthony All Saints Parish, and she will read the rules for us one last time.
Our challenge round combines knowledge and speed. The first team to ring in may answer the question. If the answer is incorrect, no points are lost, but the other team will have the opportunity to hear the question in its entirety. Correct answers are worth 30 points each, and in case of a tie at the end of this round, we will have a tiebreaker question. The team with the most points at the end of this round will be awarded $200 for Spirits and Spirituality, and the losing team will be awarded $50 also for Spirits and Spirituality. So contestants, get your buzzers ready. The challenge round starts now.
I think she was really excited to say that, wasn't she? All right.
I'm just excited to push the button.
I know. You guys are excited to press the buttons. No, mostly Jessica is. All right, here we go, guys. Question number 1. What did the Second Vatican Council call the source and summit of Christian life? Blue team.
The Mass.
No, I will reread the question, and yellow team, you'll have the opportunity to answer. What did the Second Vatican Council call the source and summit of Christian life?
The Eucharist?
It is it, the Eucharist. Question number 2. This person thrust a spear into the side of Jesus after he died. Yellow team.
Roman soldier?
You got it, a Roman soldier, or Longinus, as sometimes he is known. All right, question number 3. Which saint is most often pictured in armor, standing on the head of Lucifer? Yellow team.
Michael.
Well, hopefully he would get that right. After all, it is his patron saint, I would think.
We also have a statue in our living room, so I'd hope so.
Well, there you go. All right, question number 4. According to Romans chapter 6, verse 23, what are the wages of sin? Anybody? Nope, out of time. Death is the wages of sin. All right, question number 5. What Catholic devotion meditates on the 14 events of the Passion? Blue team.
Stations of the Cross.
Yeah, the 14 events of the Passion of Christ. Yellow team, you're in the lead with 390 points. Right behind you, though, with 245 points is the blue team. All right, here we go. Question number 6 from Genesis chapter 3. What kind of leaves did Adam and Eve sew together to make clothes? Blue team.
Fig leaf.
Yeah, they sewed them together to make clothes for themselves. Question number 7. Whose name means father of a great multitude? Blue team.
Abraham.
Yes, Abraham. Question number 8. What prayer is also known as the doxology? Yellow team.
The Lord's Prayer?
No, I'll reread the question. Blue, you'll have the opportunity to answer. What prayer is also known as the doxology?
The Glory Be.
You got it. Question number 9 from Luke chapter 1. How were Mary, the mother of Jesus, and Elizabeth, the mother of St. John the Baptist, related? Yellow team.
They were cousins.
Correct. Question number 10. What is another name for ecclesiastical law? Anybody? It's a tough word, ecclesiastical, so they say canon law instead, the law of the church. All of the shoulders just went down when I said, if only this were television and they could see that. Canon law, the law of the church. All right, that sound means we are running short on time. This will be the final question of the game. Question number 11, the 2 original sources for Catholic teaching are Scripture and what else? Blue team.
Tradition.
I would say yes. All right. Very good. And that is the game. And so we say congratulations to the yellow team, 420 to 365. So Jessica and Michael Brand, the other team, nice job with 420 points. You guys are the winners. A donation of $200 will be made to Spirits and Spirituality on your behalf. And Scott Brand and Spencer Long, the Avengers of Faith, keep going out there and avenging the faith because you guys did that's the best I could come up with, sorry. You guys did a great job. A donation of $50 will be made on your behalf. It was really a great game here. So in total, $250 donated to Spirits and Spirituality of Stark County here today. And thanks again to all of you for having us here today and letting us play with you. It's been a lot of fun to play Catholic Challenge here at Walthers Twin Tavern. All right, special thanks also to our sponsors, Ziegler Tire and St. Raphael Books and Gifts. They provide all of the prize money that is awarded here on Catholic Challenge. I'm Michael Roberts, and until next time, do your part and defend the faith. We'll see you next week for another edition of Catholic Challenge right here on the Living Bread Radio Network.
You've been listening to Catholic Challenge Live, a production of the Living Bread Radio Network in Canton, Ohio. If you'd like to be a part of the program, email quiz@livingbreadradio.com. For a podcast of this show where you can listen on demand, go to livingbreadradio.com and join us next time for another edition of Catholic Challenge Live.